we're going to talk a little bit. I hope you guys can see me. You guys know how this thing goes. We're going to talk a little bit about Marc Colombo. Now, here's the thing. I don't know whether or not he's going to be picked up by the quote-unquote Giants or what have you, what they're going to do with that situation. Of course, the offensive line improved when he came onto the scene. No doubt. I think that he knew how to identify with some of the players. He knew what he wanted to see. He established the physical nature. But there was a lot of 4th and 1s and a lot of 3rd and shorts that we didn't get. There was a lot of holes that squeezed inside that Ezekiel Elliott was not able to get as well. So I don't know if you can put all of this on Marc Colombo, but to me personally, there were some growing pains with that. There were, regardless of how you look at it. And I think that the experience level just wasn't there. Now, here I will say that he will know our fronts. He will know our fronts. He would know some of the fronts as it relates to the tendencies, because we're going to have a different type of technique that's going to be trained. But he will know our fronts if the Giants decide to select Marc Colombo. And I think that he's still young. I think that he still will be developing. I think that he will be a good asset to the Giants. Shout out to the Giants for picking him up or looking at him. Not saying that he signed already, but chances are, or the reality of it is that they might just go out there and pick him. That's just the reality of it. Now, should we be fret about this? Should we fret and be scared about this? No. It's just that he will probably have a leg up on the tendencies of our defensive front. But all of this can change. Remember, the free agency period, I'm thinking that the Cowboys still might make a move. They might make a move before the draft and picking up that big body they can put inside as a one tech or somebody that can play some zero while they go through this transitional phase. We're going to be a hybrid. I do know that they came out and said the 4-3 is what they're going to remain. But all of the coachings that we done picked up, coach 3-4, although they did bounce back and forward from a 4-3 to a 3-4, primarily a 3-4 coaching philosophies. But here's the thing, though. When we look at everything from A to Z, Cowboy Nation, to me personally, I just love the fact the way that we just removed a lot of things. We removed a lot of things. And I go back and forth with a few people about the fact that Kellen Moore, although he was a rookie offensive coordinator last year, and some of his flaws we was able to see some of the flaws. But there's no justification you can put down and say, well, let's just get rid of the brother. Keep in mind, we was 25th or 26th overall in total offense the year before. They picked him up and elevated him from a quarterback's coach to an offensive coordinator, and we ultimately became #1 in total offense. However, our red zone efficiencies just wasn't there, just wasn't for our likings. One can argue and say, well, it's because, Dak Prescott, or somebody can say, well, it's because, you see, Kellen Moore. Well, I think that Mike McCarthy can look at this situation and say to Kellen Moore and Dak Prescott and say, hey, when we get into these situations, this is what we're going to roll out. But back to Marc Colombo. The physical nature is what he's going to bring if he decides to go to the Giants. They do got Hernandez. Remember all of the back and forthness that he had with us last year. All of the extra pushing down of the players, the extra taunting and these sorts of things. And of course, there's always the person that get retaliated upon or retaliates against the flag or these sorts of things. So we can see some of that still going on. We flat out can see that. But my thing is this right here. What are the Cowboys made up of? Are we going to fold up? Are we going to look at this situation and say, man, we can't take care of business? A lot of people looking at it in those factors. Jason Garrett is what he is, He is what he is. But I think that we shouldn't be looking at this thing and saying, well, Jason Garrett knows everybody. And then you add in Colombo. And if they add in somebody else that used to play for the Cowboys or coach for the Cowboys, oh, we in trouble. No, 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 no. We shouldn't look at it that way. We flat out shouldn't. We should look at this thing and say to ourselves, with this new roster, this is a new era. This is a new beginning. Because just like I did in my post, you know, Jimmy Johnson was a guy that was unproven. He had to prove himself. But since Jimmy Johnson, Mike McCarthy is the second only proven head coach that we picked up outside of Bill Parcells. Let that sink into your mental. And we still got a lot of people that don't like Mike McCarthy. They say that, hey, the Super Bowl that he won, that wasn't him. That was Aaron Rodgers. I want to tell people, don't get mad and complain about everything. And on top of that, look at it from these perspectives. We got a guy that we can say to ourselves now, maybe, just maybe, some things can work around and get around. And on top of that, with the new philosophy with this offense, a lot of things can shake out for the good. Not some, but a lot of things. All right, Cowboy Nation, that's enough of me talking. I really appreciate you all. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this content. Let that friend, let that neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk and beyond. Let's continue to grind. Shout out to Colombo, wherever he find a home. But we're going to play. We're going to play. Cowboys this year, this season, this moment of time, we're going to show everybody we are who we are, America's team. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. Peace.